Ciao a tutti, it's Adam, and this is a match that happened today. It was me versus Spiral. It was just a format library ladder game, and I thought it was really cool, so I'm just gonna to show it. So I'm playing Constellartifact, he's playing Spellbook, so I'm already in the advantage, even if he does start still in a good matchup. But his opening hand is Justice with Torrential, which is a very nice combo. And then Tower, Power, and Blue Boy and Life. Meanwhile, my hand is much weaker. Soul Charge with no immediate targets, Chain Whirlwind in a matchup where it's not the best. It's kind of like, it's good because you want to eat stuff, but it's unless you can make it alive yourself, it's not gonna be alive. Because the only way they destroy stuff via card effect is Priestess. And we have Dead Sombre, Chaos, and a Moral Attack. But yeah, he opens just Justice Tower Pass with no spells in graveyard, so it's not like the best because he didn't have secrets. But yeah, I just go for normal summon Chaos, and yeah, there's nothing else I can do really. And the top deck Call of the Haunted doesn't really help me out too much right now. But he goes for the Blue Boy, and he gets his engine off with the Crescent. And he gets Eternity out of it, which is not the best, but you know, it's fine. Go for the Secrets into Master. I don't have any way to pop the Blue Boy, otherwise this was the correct place to use like Moral Attack. But yeah, he reveals the power and searches Fate. Then he gets the Priestess off, and he decides to use the effect, which not the best timing, because now I have Chain Whirlwind live and I can start playing. And yeah, destroy the Torrential and get Moral Attack off, and that's very strong here. He has a Book of Moon and Fate, so now the game plan is kinda to get to play these, and even here he doesn't banish. I would have probably banished myself, but you know, he doesn't know what cards I have in hand, and not knowing that that is the correct play. So yeah, I go for the plays. I go for the attack, he fates. I probably should have just attacked, but I feared getting one of my monsters, Book of Moon, banished, so I wanted to get the ladies off as soon as possible, because that way I could have just got back the Call of the Hunted and get Moral Attack off. So yeah, he Books of Moon the ladies, but the Moral Attack and the Ignition. So now he goes for the Tower, and I have Ignition. So yep. Now he gets back Master with Eternity. He gets stuff back with Eternity, I think. With Master into Eternity. Those are the secrets. Here keep in mind that my plays are playing around the fact that I know he has life. And if a Spellbook hits the graveyard, he can revive it. If a monster hits the graveyard. So that's why I'm not just going for the Moral Attack immediately. But yeah, he searches another Blue Boy, because with that he can make rank 2. And I let him. Gets off the tower. But yeah, he goes for Herald. Herald, he can shuffle back Wisdom, the Priestess. I decided to not use Moral Attack here, because like if he has to hard summon the Priestess, he gets to he has to put something back in the deck. But honestly, it might have been a misplay because I kinda forgot that now he can just summon the priestess and pop my Call of the Haunted, and I don't have anything library besides the Sombra and the Soul Charge, but like the Call of the Haunted would have been really nice. But yeah, here he pops the Call of the Haunted. Gets a search off with power, and now gets secrets up. Gets downward off tower. Yeah, that's good. He has Book of Moon as interrupt, and life as comeback. But I draw into a moral attack, which is not the greatest. But yeah, here I go for the Sombre. I don't really have much else to do besides, yeah, like if it gets negated, it's fine. I have Soul Charge. And yeah, here the choice is between Tsukuyomi and Exidon. And I decided to go for Exidon because if he has anything but Book of Moon pretty much, I can get both materials in grave, and hopefully if it resolves I get more attack in grave too, and I get enough stuff for Soul Charge. But here he has a book, so that's going to be annoying because I cannot destroy the other stuff. It's a Summon Justice, but nothing he activates this turn, so it's not alive this turn, so that's good. Here I'm just looking at a bunch of stuff. I think I go for Soul Charge for 3 because well, there's no real reason not to. It's an extra body on board, which is nice versus spellbooks, and they can't really pressure a lot of damage out. So here I go for the Durandal. Honestly, Pleiades might have been fine because I can just, if it's lives, I can just bounce the Priestess and I'm good. But yeah, I went for Durandal instead. Basically to avoid him having life in his hand at any point. But yeah, and here I get a very lucky draw into Instant Fusion. Not setting the Mortal Attack was actually a misplay because I wanted to set it, and this way, if he activated a normal spell card, that was good. But yeah, it all turned out fine in the end. But yeah, that was risky. And here I get Pleiades. I don't really see a point in bouncing the Justice here, so yeah. He top decks into Blue Boy, which is very good. Gets the life, so I have to Durandal here. And he draws into a bunch of that stuff. So yeah, that's kind of it. I bounce the Justice to avoid it getting the effect off. And here I just beat down a bit. Like, what am I gonna do, really? Bounce the Justice here, I think. Or no, he gets the life, yep. And here I bounce the Priestess. And like, yeah, he can get Justice Search, but I'm just gonna OTK, so I don't really care. Yep, so that's game. And you know, this deck is not supposed to win after turn 8, and it won in a grind game versus Spellbook, so that's kind of impressive. Even if, like, yes, it has a good matchup, but it's still weird. Yeah, here this is gonna be a very long game. Opens on set 3. Can't Crescent and Duality on the same turn, and he doesn't get the luckiest Crescent, so yeah, he just sets 3. My hand is very good instead. And here I go for the Algidi. And here I'm kind of tempted between with saving that Imprisoning Mirror, because I am playing Diamond Direwolf. But because he has 2 more sets, I don't feel it's realistic for me to get instant fusion off and Diamond Wolf and get to pop the Light Imprisoning Mirror without anything going wrong. So I just sacrifice the Chain Whirlwind for Ignition, popping the Light Imp. But he has Breakthrough, so there's that. Here just poke and yeah, save the instant fusion for later. Had the bank in hand for Priestess, and that Chain Whirlwind is dead though, so there's that. Yeah, here he has a very fortunate duality. And yeah, have the bank scene for Priestess and Duty Grow and Cycle Reader if he plays it. But yeah, gets Secrets, gets Fate. I don't really have anything to stop him in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, what am I gonna do? Yeah, here he searches another blue boy for follow-up. Just passes on that. Here I top deck another debunk, which is quite dead right now. I go for normal summon chaos, go attack, so I can bait out the Fate and use it to sit on his own blue boy. So yeah, I gotta play now. He gets a search. Hope it was worth it. But yeah, go for rank 5, and I try to go for I think the Randall. No, play this to bounce back the tanky, because I know he has breakers here in graveyard, so that's the only card that's really doing anything right now. Gives me follow up for next turn, you know. But he has Compulse, so I'll still play this, no biggie. And here he starts getting advantage with tower. I'm just gonna start fast forwarding a bit because this game gets a bit long. But yeah, he gets Magician, blue boy, and he starts getting a bunch of advantage. Here I draw into a dead moral attack. Just attack, bait out the Fate. He has only 2 blue boys left in graveyard, so none in deck, 1 in hand. Gets duality off and gets rivalry. You know, with the rivalry, he's in a good spot. But yeah, now he's basically gonna start drawing his entire deck. And you know, he has 2 sets here, so I know this one, whatever isn't Fate is rivalry, so I know this one is rivalry. So it's very good, because rivalry is a bitch. And yep, now I finally top deck into something useful with Ignition. Here let's see. Basically, I have Moral Attack and Chain Whirlwind Light, but the problem is I have 5 back rows, so I have to destroy the Moral Attack off of Ignition. Here I go for the destroy Moral Attack. It doesn't have Crow, which is nice, but yeah, I have Debunk, so it's fine. Either way, and I have Chain Whirlwind, and I destroy one that I know is Rivalry and another random set card. And it happens to hit Fate, so I don't have a good target anymore. I don't pop the tower, obviously, because he has a lot of stuff in graveyard. Then I can summon the Priestess, which is the last thing I want. Yeah, here he has 15 cards in deck and no Priestess yet in rotation, not even Justice. So now he's basically just trying to get to Priestess. Here I top deck into Pollux, and yeah, she just try to go for the beatdown. I draw into a second debunk, which is now a good set because you know, there's a real chance he might have multiple priestesses. And yeah, priestess, but they have the bank. But it uptakes into rivalry. And here, because he has no more spellcasters in rotation, he has to go for life into blue boy, which is never really great. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to make a living here. So yeah, goes for the double power play and gets a bunch of searches. It's basically just deck thinning as much as you can to draw into priestess. He has Fade Up and also Rivalry now, so that's really annoying. He misclicks into Light Imprisoning. Here gets finished to stop my battle phase, but I go for Tribute Summon Moral Attack. So you can attack again. I have Call of the Undead Life because otherwise I had nothing, really. And yeah, he has Priestess again, but I have Debunk again. Just starts getting shit up. And he finally has a Justice so he can get stuff. Here I try to go for Call of Duty to Chaos because basically my only chance to win here was drawing Soul Charge and drawing into Chaos stop the battle phase. Well done, at least. And you know, I have 3 Beast Wars in the graveyard and everything else I don't have enough stuff, so at least to try to do something if I draw into Soul Charge, but unfortunately I draw into Big Attack. And here game 3 I go first. I kinda open the nuts. Here because you know I have Soul Charge, I go for the Tsukuyomi play. Discard the Chaos, I have 2 Constellars in graveyard, so I can go for Soul Charge. And because this is Spellbook, I decide to go for Durandal. You know, maybe play this is better, but I don't know. Just felt like it. You tell me in the comments whether play this or Durandal is better versus Spellbook's turn 1. But yeah, all of my sets are very, very strong right now. And yeah, he just goes for a slow start, I think. He gets Justice and Master and yeah, doesn't set anything. Which is kind of the correct play here because then I can't make the double Cyclone push. But yeah, he summons the Priestess, but I have Sanctum, so I'm good. Because he doesn't have anything in graveyard to use life with. And yeah, he sets nothing, and I don't use the Durandal effect because there's no point really when he just passes. Especially since now I'm gonna do the Tsukuyomi play, and if I don't like my hand I'm gonna use the Durandal effect anyway, so I have another material left. But yeah, with Tsukuyomi I draw into Tenki and that's game. You know, because I can summon Chaos and just attack with everything, and yeah, that's game. So yeah, that's it for me. Leave a like, join the Discord, leave a comment, subscribe, all the good shit, and goodbye, ring a bell.